All right, here's our next little bit of code that we need to accomplish within this form. If I go ahead and run this form right now, I'm just in my procedure, I'll hit the play button. There's my form. I got the little drop down. It's got the various worksheets in there. That was all based on that loop that we created. But now, when I select a worksheet, it doesn't do anything for me. I want to be able to select a worksheet and have it take me to that worksheet. Okay? Quick navigation. Well, we need a little bit more code here. Let's think about this first. At what point do you want it to take the user to the other worksheet? There might be a couple different choices we can make here. What I'd like to do is when they select it, or essentially when the value of the combo box changes, then the code should run and take them to the currently selected worksheet based on that combo box. Okay? We could also put a button out here. They select something, they select a sheet, then you hit a button, so it'd be the click event of a button that would then run the code to take you to that worksheet. All right, let's try this. So this time, I'm going to double click the combo box control because this will now bring me to the code of that box. So I'll go ahead and double click on it. All right, so we got the stub, the beginning parts of the CBO which sheet control, and the change event. So you click on the drop down, you change its value, then the code inside of this procedure runs. All right, well, what do we want to happen here? They change the value. They pick east. The next time they pick north or whatever. At the moment they change the value, the change event, we want to go to that worksheet. All right, so here I'm going to say worksheets, but I got to tell it the specific worksheet to go to. So let me leave that empty for just a moment. I'm going to put question marks in there. We got to tell it which worksheet. Dot select. So that's giving me an error because there's nothing about question marks. So worksheets, we need to tell which worksheet. Dot and select that worksheet. Well, where does the name of the worksheet come from? How are we going to know? That's based on the drop down. So how do you reference the drop down? me.cbo which sheet dot. Now let's see. Do you see something in here? How are we going to get the current value, right, of what's inside that box? This is a big menu. There's a lot going on inside here, right? How are we going to know what's inside of that box? What did they choose? Well, there's one in here called value. There it is. Worksheets. Which worksheet? me.cbo which sheet.value. Whatever's inside there. And then we're going to select it. All right, let's try it out. I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button. Here's my little drop down. It's got all the records in there. We did that earlier. I'm currently on east. Let's go ahead and select south. And what happened? It took me to the south sheet. Let's change that. Let's go back to west. Now I'm on the west worksheet, and so on. A nice quick user interface, little drop down full of all the sheets in the workbook that get populated here. And now I could use it to change which worksheet I want to go to. So it's a little bit of code, nothing big. It's all based on events. That's really what forms are. They're just events, and you tie code to those events. Whether it's the changing of a drop-down menu or the clicking of a button or whatever it might be, you get code to run at that moment. So here, reference the worksheets object, tell it the specific sheet to go to, all based on the combo box, and select it. Try it out. Add that code into yours. This is all based on the change event of the CBO which sheet control.